Ron and Fez on Raw Dog, Sirius XM Comedy Hits, Channel 99.
Tommy Johnagin is in studio with us tonight through Sunday at Levity Live in West Nyack. Since he just passed the round against David Allen Greer, we're now bringing in our next challenger, Robert Kelly. Robert, good to see you, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you, too.
You're at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York on Saturday, and then Voss and Bonnie's My Wife Hates Me Live podcast, this time with Jim Norton as the celebrity marriage counselor, Village Underground on May 20th.
Yeah, May 20th. We went so good the first time that we're doing it again. And Voss is obsessive. Let's do it again. This might be the thing. Well, this might be I have a movie.
I talked about this a little bit on the air. You in that executive producer role.
Right.
Boom. What a show you ran. What a professional show.
You know what? I like doing it. I like so many jokes going to come out of this. I like being behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you ever see something happen and you're like, ugh, it's stupid.
Right.
The lights why'd you turn the lights on now? That music stinks. You should be doing this.
Right.
You ever watch a show and just rip it apart?
I'm in a show that I say the same thing about. People don't love to produce things the way they used to.
Right.
But that is the power position.
Right. Yeah. I produce my own live podcast, which but now I got it to the point where I wanted to get it to the point where I could put any of my shows on the network,
right,
in the live situation, and make it kind of unique to that show. Yeah. Because I didn't want it to be like my show, a table, and we all just, bashing each other and have a special guest. I wanted it to be like a therapy session. So, and now I want to throw like Davey Mack's show I want to do live. Mm-hmm. I want to do Dr. Steve's show. I want to do every show live. So I kind of like that producer kind of sitting back, picking the music, picking the way it looks. Because all that shit matters, I think.
Sure, it matters.
Yeah, the lights, when the lights come on, I think it all matters to the show aspect of it. Or when you come out, what song you come out to.
That was great. I had more fun that night than I can tell you.
You just fucking you and Bonnie. Voss is the greatest straight guy.
Yeah.
People call him stupid.
Right.
They don't get that he's playing
Set
the role.
everything up.
You guys were slamming so fast, but you would just sit back and listen, and then you would say shit that was like, "Oh my god!" But it was funny, but it was real. Like it wasn't like a slam. It was like the exact. Yeah, you guys are fucking nuts. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna work for them either.
Yeah,
but I feel like I passed the torch. During my era, they stayed. Yeah. So you're
now we have Jim Norton gonna try.
This, on the other hand, I don't know because Jimmy, let's face it, he's not a relationship guy.
Yeah, a disconnected tranny lover trying to save a marriage.
Are there other couples, or is everyone just trying to fix Rich and Bonnie's marriage?
Their podcast is called My Wife Hates Me. Okay. It should be called Everybody Hates Me. But it's about their marriage, and they do the show once a week, and it's just a nightmare. It's like they fight. I mean, he's made her cry, which is sad, but he's made her cry on the show with his craziness.
But this is the scary thing about two comics being together, because she'll cry and he'll think, oh, this is good for the show. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is going well.
Yeah, but she's one of the funniest, fastest people on the planet.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she'll really, and he's stupid sometimes, and she's highly intelligent. It's a weird relationship. I don't know what she was thinking. Yeah. Like, she definitely fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely fucked up.
I mean, maybe she fucked up. Maybe she's just thinking to her parents, you happy now? You see what you did?
Yeah.
Now what happened?
Now nobody's happy.
But see, Bonnie
it's like one of those ones that just kills everyone in a room. Nobody's alive now.
But see, here's the thing about Bonnie, and all women don't have this. You also want Bonnie. Yeah. You want Bonnie to like you, like as a person.
Yeah.
So you're naturally on her side. And Voss is like, why are you ganging up? Why are you always on her side?
Yeah.
I go, I just have to. I want to be on her side. I want her to go, oh, that was good.
Well, do you feel like you just want to be with the winner? You know what I mean?
No, there's something in her personality, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that you want to hang out with her and you want her to go, oh, that was funny, that was good.
She's just legitimately one of the funniest people
She's
I know.
so fast.
She wrote down a day in the life of Rich Voss, like just to show everybody how miserable he is.
Yeah.
And it was just like minute by minute of just it was like, we're never gonna get through the fucking tunnel, fucking cocksuckers, all the way to 1 a.m. and she had timestamps, 1 a.m. leaving the Comedy Cellar after a night of fun and with friends. Fuck, what is the tunnel gonna be? It's gonna be traffic again. Just that's what it was just like, oh my god, who the fuck would think of that? She's really brilliant. She's very funny,
really funny. By the way, there's
no Louis C.K., but funny.
Here's the thing, I saw the previews on Louis C.K. and it's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, Louis, man, that fucking show. The new season is, I can't, he took a year off.
Right.
Who the
Larry David, if you were going to ask who.
He took a year off?
Larry David took a few years off.
Really?
In between, on Curbs.
But to be honest,
wait a minute,
that is after he had Curb for what, like 8 years or something? Louis had like this show for 2.
Yeah.
It should be push time.
It was the prime of his show.
Oh, you're meaning took a year off?
Yeah,
when it
like
was
after
in the top,
doing 2 years.
It's like, here we are, I literally changed the way things are done.
Yeah.
Now, things are done differently. I set a curve.
Right.
My show's at its, and he said, all right, I'm out. I'm going to go make it better and take a year off. And then he did it. He made it. I think it's better than it was.
And it came back strong.
Yeah, it's a great show.
The first 2 episodes were so bizarre that they're not even like TV.
It's
they're
weird,
so
right?
strange.
But it's like, I don't want it to be a half hour. I want it to be a couple hours.
Yeah.
I want to see where he goes. But I love how, like, he could totally put himself in this Seinfeld position, because he is there. But he put himself in my position,
right,
on that gig.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, he's just so he's like. I've been there. I've been on those gigs. I've been the piece of shit that fucked up and had some guy. If you know when he went, it's 5 o'clock show. I know, but it's 5. But isn't it like arguing the point, idiot? That means 4:30 get here. You're such not a fucking headliner. I did an Indian wedding. This is the ego of a comedian, is that we just say yes. Because we will do it, yeah. Where is it?
Years ago?
I did an Indian wedding. It was years ago in New York City. And that my guy just said, yeah, I got a wedding for you. It's $1,000. Yeah, fuck yeah. You got to do 15 minutes. Okay. And it was down at the Marriott down in downtown, right at the tip. And I walked in. It was just all Indian people in saris. And it was just elegant, oh my God, $1 million affair. And me, and I had some T-shirt with some stupid saying on it, and I believe I had a stain on it because I ate wings at the cellar before I left, and I got some wing sauce on it. I just thought it was a gig, and they bring me out of the curtain, and you could hear the waiters and waitresses kind of laughing as I went out there, and I didn't know what a Siri was. I was like, look at this. Where do you get that? That's colorful. You look like a colorful taco. And I just started like being racist and just awful. And the guy just grabbed this Indian dude just came over and went, okay. And he grabbed the microphone out of my hand.
But what were they expecting to get? What were
a talented person, somebody who wasn't going to offend everybody and maybe dress up for the night. Someone who's a professional.
Wow. But you've been to weddings. Could a comic work at any wedding you've ever been to?
What that is it's a couple, and the wife is like, we have to get them something that no one else will get them. Let's get them a different gift. And then the husband's like, a comedian? We'll get him a comedian at the wedding? No one will ever do that.
Yeah. No, I had this.
And then Wing Sauce, the comic, comes out.
You're his favorite comedian. Yeah, his. Not your father's, not your Aunt Peggy, not your grandmother, that curmudgeon.
I have a CD. You should have done that. It wouldn't have ruined everyone's night.
I did a bar mitzvah once. I did a bar mitzvah. Yeah, I just rolled in.
I came up in the Midwest, so I never did these. I just did bad one-nighters and bad clubs. I never did weddings and firehouses. That's a big thing up here.
I've done old folks' homes. I did an old folks' home with Rich Voss once. and Pete Corelli. I mean, me and Pete Corelli have done. And it's like I did the first one. You'd think I would say no to the second one. But I'm like, maybe I can get him this time. Like, I think I got the set. I think I can do it.
Well,
and
the second time you know it's a whole new audience by the time you go back.
Yeah. It's
the only time where your act doesn't have to turn over, the audience does.
Here's the thing with those gigs is there's no stage. It's a microphone, and it's usually a microphone from Radio Shack with an on-off button. So you're going to actually switch the mic off with your thumb just by accident and be like, wait. Oh, wait, sorry. And it's a horseshoe. So there's like a big dance floor in front of you, empty. So people are off and they just go down like you're playing a football field at one end. But the comic ego is so amazing because I've been in these situations so many times. I got asked to do a fire station last year. Like, I have money in the bank. I own a house. I'm doing all right. And I was like, I don't know. Let me check. Like, and I checked my dates, and I was booked. But if I wasn't, I was
you would have done it.
I did a thing, a benefit. You do benefits, right?
No, I say no to all of them.
You say no. Why? Don't you help people?
Not particularly. Not a lot.
Really?
I help. I give money. When I have money, I'll give money to somebody. Benefit shows, in my mind, it's not. I don't think it's benefiting as much as it would just if they had dumped more money into it.
But don't you think that
your show hurts?
I think people. I did one of the only times I've ever done a benefit was they called it a corporate and they paid a lot of money, and then it went so poorly that they tried to hold the check, and they said people that would have donated pulled out. Right. They said you've cost this money.
Right.
It was like a Ronald McDonald House type thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the show's going to go so badly if they're not wanting me to do comedy there, that it hurts the benefit side.
Benefits are a roll of the dice. I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I mean, I always do them because I feel like I am such a piece of garbage that for what I do for a living, that I'm literally faking it. I've been faking it since I was 20, and I'm getting paid to do this, so I will give back to the police or the fire, or cancer, or I kind of do them, but. I did one with Nick DiPaolo, police. When the Boston bombing,
right?
They called me up, some cops. We want to do a benefit for the guy MIT cop who got killed or whatever. Right? I was like, absolutely, I'll do that. I'm from Boston. This cop got killed, so we go down and do it. I go, listen, here's the deal. We need a stage and a microphone, and I need you to have some type of light. That's what we need. We can't just do the show. Absolutely, cop. Dude, whatever you need, Bobby. All right, we show up. It's in a bar, 3-story bar, Irish pub down in wherever. I don't even know. I've never been to this part of New York. Like that place where this exists. What's Panama Street? I don't know where that is. Panama Street. Right? So we go in, and Gary Goldman's there, and I got Nick DiPaolo to do it. So we go in, and the guy's like, all right, you ready to go? I'm like, where's the stage? It's the front window of the bar, and there's just cops talking and screaming everywhere, Boston and New York cops. So I'm like, we need a microphone. So the guy gets the mic. I go, listen, someone's going to shut these people up. The guy goes, give me this. He goes, listen, shut the fuck up. Hey, this is Sergeant blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Everybody stops talking and looks at this guy, and then they laugh and go, and they go back to talking. And he goes, all right, give it up for Gary Goldman. Gary walks out. He's 6'6". Right. He walks out. He does a joke about the Patriots. He goes like, nothing. It's so loud. And he goes, again. He does the joke again, like maybe they didn't hear it. Then he looks at me and he goes, Bobby, I can't. I can't. So I just go over, I grab the microphone, I start just go up, I start screaming at people. You guys are motherfuckers, fuck you. Some lady two girls walked by, I go, look at these hot chicks. Well, one of them. And the other one, the ugly one, stopped and went, what? I go, how did you know it was you? Right? Then Nick DiPaolo sees me from the glass, just sees my fat bald head with a wrinkle, just all sweaty and red. He leaves. He doesn't even show up.
He just sees him from outside.
Yeah. He goes, I'm out of here.
You might as well saw you getting beat up in there.
I'm not as big of an asshole as I just don't do benefits. But I feel like that didn't help.
I've done good ones though. I've done really good ones. Like the Patrice benefit was great.
Oh, that's a different. Or if people are actually like, oh, we're a huge fan, we're going to put the show together. people donate.
I
That's
think
probably
you're
a different
right, though.
story.
I think for certain benefits, it's like I've done benefits that went well, but majority of them go wrong because there's too
Screaming
much
over
of a.
cops, yeah.
There's too much of a. You know what I mean?
But how do you, if you go back to what Louis' show was about that night?
Yeah.
All these really super rich people.
Yeah.
They're not going to give them money unless Jerry Seinfeld comes there and, jumps on a pogo stick. They got to see
But
something.
Jerry Seinfeld knows how to do those.
Yeah.
Like I just watched his one on transcendental meditation today on YouTube, and it looked like the same gig.
What?
It really looked like that gig from Louis, and people were eating, all these rich white people, and he went out and he had a whole thing about what happened to him on the way, and it kind of segued into
Seinfeld.
Yeah. And it was amazing.
He was up here for the meditation thing before too. He was David Lynch. There's a lot of people. Who else has done it?
Lena Dunham. I
Yeah,
believe.
it's
Colin
really Colin Quinn.
I got mad at Quinn about it. I called
Yeah.
him up. I go, I want to do this. Why haven't you tell me about it? I go, what's your mantra? He goes, I can't tell you. I go, dude, I don't have the $1,500 to go take the course.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a mantra and give me a couple tips? I can't do that.
They just won't give you the mantra. I've heard about that. They just won't.
Well, it's
you get-
1,500.
Yeah, but it's like, dude, you're my friend. All right?
That's
How
how I
about I
feel.
give you a fucking chocolate cake and we call it a day?
You know what? I'll give you my old one. I'm not even using anymore.
What is it?
Bug juice. I just bug juice. Bug
Yeah,
juice.
out of your mind. That's
Over
how
and
they-
over.
yeah.
No, it works.
No,
Seriously.
they don't.
I worked it for years. It's been so great. That's why I'm so peaceful every time you see me. Just so laid back and happy.
Robert Kelly's with us today. He's going to be at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York on Saturday.
Yes.
Then he's got the Rich Voss and Buddy McFarland's podcast, My Wife Hates Me. Special guest Jim Norton at the Village Underground on May 20th. And Tommy Jonagin's here playing Levity Live in West Nyack tonight through Sunday.
It's a great club. It's a great club.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
It's great. You're in a
Everybody
mall,
raves.
too.
Everybody raves.
Everybody raised my problem with it is it's the only time I've ever worked because I don't live here. It's the only time I've ever worked 45 minutes outside of the best city. I hate being that. If I'm going to be on this side of the country, I want to be in New York City.
Did they have you staying in New York? Or are you staying out there?
Well, they have me a hotel out there.
Oh, really?
But I think I'm going to come back in.
Really? Are you there all weekend?
Yeah.
I live right there, right over the.
Oh,
do you want to come over
hang
for
out at the mall.
a barbecue?
Hang out at the mall.
I'll give you my number. You can come over and hang out. We're
See,
doing a
this
barbecue
is going
Sunday.
so much better.
See, the thing is, he didn't feel comfortable with David Allen Greer because he was having fun. But West Coast guys don't like the mix-up thing like East Coast guys
What happened
do.
with David Allen Greer?
Everything went great, but he's just a little, he didn't know whether David Allen Greer was making fun of him or not.
Yeah.
What did he do?
I think he was having a good time, but I couldn't tell if it was at my expense or if I was in on it.
No, you were in on it.
Yeah.
You were in on it.
What was he saying about you?
Not much. I
Really?
mean, I really blew up something out of nowhere. And I can turn a switch on someone. I can kind of just be like, well, I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, everyone knows it and it becomes so obvious.
No. Maybe it was a race thing, Phil. Maybe it was just.
Oh, I hate black people also.
Yeah, you never
but
been
I
close
thought
to
it was
a
more
black
of the
guy.
joke
Yeah.
thing.
Just
I thought it
listen,
was
the
more-
barbecue, no black people.
Yeah, it's a
Right?
white barbecue.
Yeah, they're gonna be working, but you're good. No, I'm good. There's one black guy.
Would you?
Keith Robinson.
Keith Robinson.
But he
That's
is working.
But he's
gonna
really,
be.
yeah.
He's gonna be. He's gonna be doing behind the bar.
But you did get a little tense from it. See, this is like you do your East Coast stuff.
Yeah.
Guys like to come in, just bust up against each other.
Yeah.
But West Coast guys have a tendency like, well, where did that come from? Why can't we be supportive of
Well,
each other?
I'm a Midwest guy.
Yeah,
which
but-
is kind of in the sense of the ball busting. I feel like you generally are more. You have to be from where I'm from. You're more familiar.
Right.
You have to know that person, and then if you don't,
But I think he thought because you were a comic, we're all in this together.
Yeah,
We're all
yeah.
familiar.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like in New York, you only bust balls with people you love,
Right.
Because we do it very viciously.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's there's no, yeah, it's just an attack on
Right.
your fatness. you know, I've heard kids being made fun of. It's just awful. But with the people you love, the people you don't know, or
Yeah.
you don't fuck with at all. And then there's guys you just don't, I don't mess with at all because they're not that people. But West Coast guys tend to just come in and go, hey, fatso, hey, relax. What's your name? I saw you on TV and you look like you bust balls. Chill out, you fucking Twitter loser. You know what I mean? So
See, that hurts when you call someone a Twitter loser.
Yeah. So yeah, I understand what you're saying. I will not make fun of you yet.
no,
Until we
I'm
know
fine. I
each
think
other.
we know each other a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be upset by it.
All right, cool.
Now it's turning into just he was black and I wasn't comfortable
that's
with
okay.
it.
Racism is fine. I grew up in a racist area, so I understand.
Where was
Some
that?
people that. Well,
He's talking about the place he lives now,
outside
too.
Philly.
You mean just Philly?
Yeah, yeah.
Why outside?
Yeah.
All of Philly.
It's all outside.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but
Philly
it's very racist. I didn't even know I said anything racist until I was 17. I was up in Canada, and fucking people said to me, and they were like, "What's this shit that you say?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? I don't think I say anything wrong."
I didn't know Jew 'em down until I was 18. I didn't know that was. I said it often.
Yeah. Right.
And didn't know that was.
And you probably didn't even know any Jews.
I didn't know any Jews.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that it was related. I thought maybe it would have been spelled with a G or something.
Right.
I was just saying Jew 'em down. I worked in the mall, so I said it to a customer in front of my manager, and everyone kind of stopped. And my manager like brought me to the side.
He's one of us.
God,
He's
but
like,
you do.
He goes, "You can't say Jew 'em down."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Why?" I go, "I know that." I go, "I know they're." I said some version of like, "Yeah, I know that they're on sale." But I thought it was I thought he was mad at me because I was haggling with price on these jeans, and he was
Right.
like, "No, that's a racist thing you said in front of everyone." Jew 'em down was one. My family still says colored. Everybody but my stepdad. If I could get my stepdad moved up to saying colored, that'd be progress.
Happy. Yeah, you'd be happy with it.
We could progress.
My grandfather says colored. When he was alive, he was the last in my family. We had black people that lived next door, and they were right there, like from you to me. And he goes, "Yeah, the colored people." I go, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" But then I was confused because it was at the time when they went from black to African American.
Yeah,
which was somewhere in the '80s, early '90s. When was that? When was that?
African American was probably '80s, I think, right?
Yeah, '80s. I think they switched because I was on my first black girl I ever dated. Oh God, she was so beautiful. We were in 6th grade together, and then we wound up meeting when I was like 19 at some dance club, and we went on a date. And I remember I didn't know I was so nervous because it was the first black girl I ever dated. I didn't know if it was black, African American, or colored. I didn't know which one was politically correct, so I called her colored. Out of nerves, I just went. I've never dated a colored girl before. And she went, "Motherfucker, what?" And she became very black at that point.
Very black.
So you call her colored, and you eliminate African American, and you know she's black.
Well,
that's how you figured it out.
She actually taught me. She goes, "Listen, let's start over." She was really cool about it. She goes, "It's black, or you could say African." She taught me, you can say African American, but you don't say colored. And I was like, okay. And then we went back to her house, and she came out with a bowl of peaches, which was, and just no fork, just peaches. She was like, "Baby, you want a peach?" I was like, "Yes, I do." Yes, feed me peaches.
Black chicks have never been into me. I've never had an attraction reciprocated from a black chick.
How about white chicks? They like you at all?
White chicks seem to like me a lot.
Okay, good. So you're starting.
It's a good
spot
start
for you.
But black guys would love you.
Yeah.
You know what I don't even know if you're joking,
No, I'm
but
not.
I just did this at midnight show on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And a bunch of black guys on Twitter.
Yeah.
Black gay guys on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Being like very complimentary. Very flattering.
You're the husband on Blacklist. You nothing? Nobody stays up after 10. All right, good for you.
No. I thought Blacklist was some kind of a black movie. I forgot it was a TV show.
It's he's a very good looking.
Yeah.
You would definitely.
But then that
Black
guy's
guys
evil.
would love you.
The white guy's evil?
The white guy and the guy on
We don't
Blacklist.
We don't know yet.
I fucking know. I didn't trust that guy from Jump.
It could be. It could be. He might not be.
Yeah.
Might not be evil. We don't know yet.
By the way, you guys watch Fargo?
I just started.
Best fucking show on TV.
Is
right
it
now.
really good?
Best show on TV.
Man, I hate the pilot came out and I read a bad review.
Don't read.
And didn't, because I didn't want to have a bad Coen Brothers. I'm like, I can't even do this. I just watched Inside Llewyn Davis.
Llewyn Davis,
Inside Llewyn Davis yesterday. That was pretty great.
Fargo is really amazing.
Yeah.
And Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob?
I
Billy
know
Bob,
him.
yeah.
I call him Bob.
Okay,
But
I call him William.
all right. He's amazing.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
When he got caught by the cops and turned into
Yeah.
the spoiler alert to all you losers who go,
Come
dude,
on.
I didn't want to get.
But to me, when the tough guy tried to come up for him, and while the guy's talking to him, he just takes his shit.
Yeah.
That was the most amazing fucking
How
scene.
deep
in TV.
are we? How deep are we?
4
in?
episodes in.
4 episodes.
And is this going to be multiple seasons, or are they just
No,
using this
this
as
is
like
10
a true?
and done. 10 and
done.
fucking
That's
done.
it. I love new TV, by the way.
Yeah, me
like
too.
True Detectives.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're done.
You're done.
You don't have to worry about it.
New
Boom.
guys.
Yeah.
It's
New guys, new case, new everything.
I almost hated when the strike happened, and all of a sudden there was no more work, and these stars started doing TV, because it used to be TV stars, movie stars,
Yeah.
and if you're a TV star, you may become a movie star, but you never go back.
Right.
Remember
You-
that?
Yeah, but
TV kind of made movie stars.
Yeah, only if you were young, but if you were a certain age, you were just TV and that's it.
Yeah.
No one would pay to go to the movie. Now they hop back and forth. But you wouldn't have a guy the year that he won the fucking Academy Award go do a TV show.
No.
That would, like, Dustin Hoffman would have never, yeah, I'm doing a TV show.
Yeah.
Why? I'm in fucking
And
Midnight
it's been
Cowboy. or
happening a
whatever.
little bit, and I think the True Detective is the tipping point. I think these guys are going to flock to these shows, especially when they're saying it's one season. You commit to a True Detective or whatever else HBO or Showtime comes up with, you're going to win a Globe, you're going to win an Emmy, you're going to get a movie off. Like, it's not going to damage your movie career.
Also, the money they're making is ridiculous. I mean,
Is it?
Dude, yeah, you're talking. I mean, Law and Order guys were making $200,000 an episode.
All right, John Cryer was in here yesterday. He's on the 12 and a half.
600 an episode.
$600,000 a week.
Yeah.
And he's
600 a
fight-
week.
Yeah, and he's like, fucking Charlie and the other fucking dumb kid walk away? No. I'm fighting for this fucking role. I'm fucking fighting to hold this piece of shit together.
Kutcher or whatever, he makes
Ashton.
$750.
Yeah.
And I think that's, Cryer wants that too, even. Doesn't he?
I would want the $750.
Why not? You're the only one
Yeah.
that's been on it.
Yeah, but syndication has already rolled in for that show,
Yeah.
so he must
Extra
be making
fucking- yeah.
right, some type of crazy money on that.
He'll. If I'm with him, the show's been what it is since day one. That show's not True Detective. You run it until the wheel, and you
Push
run
it,
it until
yeah.
6 people watch it.
Yeah.
You're making
Absolutely.
$600,000 an episode.
Yeah, and what's he going to do after that? He's wearing a hat.
I
Right?
hope, yeah. I
The
hope,
Looney Kid's
yeah, I
gone.
hope he's doing Pretty in Pink, too. That would be
Really?
fucking perfect, yeah.
He's one of
Bring
my
them back,
favorite-
They're all older.
I love him because he's like Brendan Fraser, John Travolta. They're all bald, and people don't know it.
Yeah.
Like,
He just puts a piece on, right?
Yeah, whatever he sprays or whatever. But I love, because when I went bald, I started hunting bald famous people down. Because you got you Michael Chiklis. All right, well he's me.
Right.
I wanted to find secret bald people so that I could know that I could have I can exist in this world.
But
Well,
it's
it
really
takes-
funny though. Like Bruce Willis, you don't like who'll have hair in a movie and you don't fucking go, "Oh, that's fake."
Yeah.
You just allow it.
And also money. If you catch it at the right point, you got that money. You'll never go bald. Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
he would be bald if he didn't have money.
What do you mean?
His hair's all fake.
I didn't know
No.
that. I didn't know anything about
we Google
this.
image Jimmy Kimmel's hair. At one point, it was just an island up there.
Get out of here.
Now he's
See, this
like
is what
a
I love.
19-year-old
Yeah.
man.
I feel like vampire hunters.
I feel
we're
like Jimmy
hunting
Kimmel
down-
bald.
I didn't know that.
I
That's
think it
great.
should pop up. The guy was balding at one point,
That's great. Yeah, it's
and then you
there
get
is a-
money.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well, there's a point that you
What's that
have
cost?
where you either shave your head or you go and you get plugs and you continue down that row.
Yeah.
Like, who was it? Rogan got plugs. But then he had so much money, and he's such a badass, he said, fuck it, just shave it.
Shave the plugs.
Yeah, shaved his plugs.
Yeah, and now he's just got a little tiny scar.
He's like, just shave them off, and they're like, you just shake your head real hard.
Jamie Foxx
You-
has the tattoo on the back of his head
Yeah.
is from his scar when he got plugs.
Huh?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx was bald. Ben Affleck, bald.
Fault.
Got plugs.
He's a bald fucking card counter.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser looks like he has mange. That's how bald he is. Let me see.
Yeah, Cryer.
Cryer.
It's Cryer.
It's just they just placed
No,
something
I
on
think he
his
came
head.
in wearing a hat yesterday, right?
Yeah,
he
of
had a
course.
fucking hat
Yeah,
on,
and had
right?
ball cap on.
Yeah, but he was kind of bald when he was in Pretty in Pink. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they could just
He
throw
was just fluffing it up a little bit.
Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, you're right. Look at that.
It's going away there. It's starting to go away. Yeah, but His hair now, if you look at that the third picture there, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's all money, and I can't wait till you can just pop a pill and your hair comes
Look at that
back.
business.
They'll have to do it. No, that's none of that's real, you're saying.
I feel like it's even thicker than that
It
now.
looks great. That looks fucking great, though.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good head of fake hair.
Yeah.
Look at Chris Stanley. No, he's wearing a cap, but take
What do
your
you got
fucking
under
hat
there?
off. Look at that great
Are you
hair.
kidding me?
And then he wasted under a fucking cap.
Yeah, I always have a hat on.
Let me see the hairline.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, there isn't one. It's just, man.
Wow, your eyebrow hair and your pubic hair connect.
Strong hair.
He's
Yeah,
got the
strong.
hair of a fucking Indian chief. And
does.
he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
do
a
nothing
sign.
with it.
If
Yeah.
you take that hat off, people want to mate with you.
Seriously.
You keep the.
I didn't cut it for 7 years, and
Yeah.
then I just finally just ended up cutting
That
it.
was
when
a
I
mistake,
I
man.
know.
Well,
I was
cutting
all
your hair
messed
was
up.
I
Yeah.
like your hair. And if you did cut it, you should have went a little funky.
It's at a good length right now, though. What'd you tell him when you went to get that haircut?
I was drunk. I was like in a brownout. I was in Montreal.
He was drunk and it was a hot summer and he just cut this fucking hair.
Did you
Can I
go to
see
a
it?
barber
Yeah,
or
we all
just?
destroyed.
at a barber in Montreal.
Can I see it real quick without the headphones? What it does? Let me just see it. Let go. Let go. Let it happen. Let it
What's
happen.
it do naturally? What do you keep trying? We're not doing
You
a
look
photo
like-
shoot. Just look like yourself.
I like
magic.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's very Katie Lang right now.
You do
Thank
have
you.
a Katie Lang fucking look about you.
Yeah, with your hair is Katie Lang.
It's a weird length. I don't
Which
know.
is not
I
a
have-
bad thing.
Don't know what to do with it.
It's bad if you're a woman if you have Katie Lang hair, but not if you're a man.
But you know, I saw John Travolta up here, and I don't like the fucking rug that he's rocking. It was real tight.
Well, his
and
head's
scary.
pulled too tight.
Yeah, it's real.
He's
tight.
got
Look,
the skin's too
there's
tight.
There's the Katie Lang look that you are.
Yeah, you look like Katie Lang.
You know how well you do in a lesbian bar, probably.
Oh, I fucking crush.
Yeah.
Oh, you would crush if you just trimmed your beard down a
Yeah.
little bit and just had it like if the light hit it, you
If
could see it.
if you wore exactly what you're wearing and are wearing right now, and the light was
Yeah.
dim enough, they
Yeah.
may not even know they're having sex with a man.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good hair, though.
Yeah, Katie-
How often do you wash it?
2 times a week.
That's it.
What's
Yeah.
one more than you
Yeah.
need? That's one more than you
Yeah.
need. Baby powder.
I
You done
hear
that?
that-
You do that?
No, there's no product. There's
What's-
no
what's
conditioner.
the
There's
baby
like a
powder
product.
thing?
What's the
Baby
baby
powder
powder?
takes the natural, like the oils. That's the reason you're washing it every day for some people. You just toss some baby powder in there and rub it up, and it soaks up the oil, so you can go without washing it longer,
I
without it
heard-
looking greasy.
I heard condiments like relish. If you do relish,
I say relish your hair while you have it.
yeah, relish it now.
Yeah. But, you ever notice that titty dancers stink like baby powder? Maybe that's what they do.
I would say
Maybe-
it's dry, or they do make dry shampoos.
That's no. They
But
just
just
go in
put
the
some
back
baby
and-
powder in
For
it.
who? People in the hospital?
No, for chicks that don't want to wash their hair every day.
Strippers smell like baby powder because they've been sweating and they got dirty ass and they don't have a time to take a shower between fucking Motley Crue songs. So they just throw baby powder in their asshole.
Girls,
Girls, girls.
I'm always happy when I hear a Cruise song.
Oh, I love it.
You know what the problem is? They're going too modern with their music now.
Yeah,
Well, it's all techno
I know,
and
techno.
Don't love it.
gangster
I don't want
rap.
techno. Yeah.
I went to one the other day and they didn't even have a pole. She's just kind of flopping around like a fish up there.
Yeah, it's
This looks like a UFC fighter.
it's like dancing in a cage.
No, not like you think like, oh, this like, you have the image in your head, but then they're just all
What?
striated with like fake tits. They're like stronger than you are.
Could you
Not
imagine
me.
being a stripper
No.
in the
No
afternoon
woman's
and
stronger
looking
than
down
me.
and seeing him, just seeing him looking up at you with those eyes and lips and his hair, serial killer, perfectly combed.
I gotta go to college. Yeah.
They would probably just cover their tits thinking a child had walked in.
We're getting busted.
Maurice,
Gary, you gotta watch the
Maurice,
door.
can you get it? Where's Maurice? Get this kid out of
Getting
here.
carted everywhere, Shelby.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Getting carted in here when I walk. Like they see me every day still.
34. He's
They
34.
card you where?
No, I'm just joking. But
Okay, I don't understand.
Just getting an orange juice in the kitchen.
No, you got some fucking crazy hair.
Yeah.
The thing is, when he does, see, he's got his hair slicked back,
Yeah.
but when he wears it regular, he looks like he's in 3rd grade.
Really?
It's the best.
Well, his hair now looks like he expects dinner on the table at 5.
He's Dobie Gillis's dad. I don't know who that is. Look that up if you can find it for me, Fez. See if there is some, see if I made any sense with that 50s reference.
Totally.
Thanks, Fezzy. Fezzy, plug King it up a little bit. Everybody's here to be plugged.
Let's do that. Tommy Johnagin at Levity Live in West Nyack tonight through Sunday, and his Comedy Central half-hour special airs Friday, June 13th. Robert Kelly's with us at The Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York on Saturday. Plus, he's producing Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane's My Wife Hates Me live podcast with Jim Norton as special guest at the Village Underground on May 20th.
And by the way, and I'm not even kidding about this, and I said it afterwards, that was the best produced show I was ever at.
Oh,
that
good.
show was a pleasure.
Good, yeah.
To do. It was so much fun.
That was a fun one. I hope it goes just as well, but it was really good.
Well, you got Norton out there. He's going to destroy.
Yeah, Norton's going to destroy. He's going to be funny. And it's funny that we can just put, there's so many guys we can throw in that spot.
And change the show.
Change the whole thing. Like Colin is one. We want to put Colin.
Oh, God.
We want to put Opie and Anthony in there, but separately, not together, because I think they'd be two different shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you doing the first one was the one that was just amazing.
Well, let's call that the high water mark. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what happens, because you can't unfirst something. You know what I mean? If Neil Armstrong, a lot of guys walked on the moon after him. Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who are they?
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah. That's true. No
And
one's
then
gonna
you
give
know
a
what?
fuck.
And in a couple of years, I'll just show up once from the things that just wave. Like
Everyone.
Well, we actually have
First guy to walk on the moon. Have fun with Buzz Norton this week.
We have a Ron seat that we kept. It's in the
that's
back.
great.
It has a light on it just in case you show up.
That would be fantastic. By the way, I love that place too. It's got such a cool vibe.
The Village Underground. Yeah.
And of course they're doing that show out of there now.
I'm filming my special there. June,
Are you really?
June 17th, I'm filming my hour special at the Village Underground. And because they kept trying to get me to do it at a theater, but I'm not a theater guy. I don't tour the country doing 2,500 seaters. I do clubs. So they finally were like, "Yeah, let's do it." And it's all set to go. I think Bobcat Goldthwait is going to direct it.
Oh, wow.
Love Bobcat.
He's
You ever watch
amazing.
his movies?
Yeah, it's great.
He's maybe my favorite director today, and I'm not even kidding about that. He's phenomenal.
He's really good, man. He's really good. I really relate to a lot of the stuff he does, and he's a funny stand-up too.
He's an unbelievable stand-up.
Yeah,
Surprisingly good. I had never seen him, and I went and saw him live, and I was blown away.
he really is, man. I'm excited. I can't believe he's going to do it. So yeah, that Village Underground, I believe, is the perfect comedy club.
I was telling Attell does his show out of there, and I was saying that looks like what in my mind a comedy club would look like. Like when I was a kid, and I would hear like a comedy record, I would go. In my mind, I pictured a place like that. It looks like a Llewyn Davis place.
Yeah.
Now that you bring it up again.
It's very jazzy.
Yeah,
and I think that comedy should be jazzy. I don't like. I've done theaters and I love theater shows. I'm doing a theater this weekend, which is great, but the laughter in a theater is a little different than in a club. In a theater, it's more of this rolling everybody at the same time. And when you hear that in a special, it's all one laugh. But when you hear a comedy, like Patrice's hour special versus his CD, you can hear when somebody gets the joke more. You can hear that lady in the back just going, "Wah!" laughing extra, which I think comedy is. Not everybody gets the joke the same. Not everybody. It's less of a laugh track than it is. It's more like a jazz.
What
thing.
does that place seat?
It's only 200.
Oh, that's great.
200
It's a great
people.
amount.
It's a perfect
Who are you doing
amount.
this for?
I'm doing it with Apostle right now and New Wave Entertainment. So Apostle's going to produce it. New Wave's going to distribute it, and it's Apostle's Leary's company. But yeah, it's fucking great. I just can't wait to walk out on a small little stage and be right there in front of people.
Are you going to tape 2 shows?
We're going to do 2 shows.
That's another benefit of doing it. If you blow your nut, and 2,500 seats. Yeah. A lot of times they're like, well, we can just do one.
But you know what, too, is you see these shows, and I like, when you're at a comedy club, when I'm in the front row, what is your face? What is that face? Yeah. Like Patrice's CD, he goes, "What's your name?" Tulu. What? And he did a fucking 8-minute bit on Tulu. It's like that would have never happened at a theater because you're too far away.
Yeah, that underground, that first row is in your lap. It's
in your lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I think, comedy. That's what comedy is. So
I just recorded a CD in the Comedy Works in Denver, and they do great. It's such a low ceiling. Everyone's right on top of you. I'm not even going to, because I like the idea of I'm putting a CD out. It's just a place mark in my life and career. I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world for me or anybody else. I'm not even going to listen to it. what happened, I felt good in the moment. I felt like it was a fun show.
Yeah.
That crowd is so energetic and tight, like that underground.
It's one of the best clubs in the
I just
world.
said, make it into tracks, and we'll release it.
No editing. You're just going to say,
Yeah,
boom,
it's just
going to
be the one show.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and that club is insane.
Yeah.
Like the crowds they get there, and that's the perfect club to do a CD at. I heard that club I've played for the first time last year. Unbelievable.
It's real.
Yeah, and I love when comics, that club's the best club, and it is. Like, I heard Acme's like that, is a great club.
I've been to a couple where they're like, this is the best, and then you go, and I'm like, I think you only worked 4. I think you worked 4, and this one won. Because this is average.
How many clubs do you think you've played in your life? If you had to guess right now.
100.
How about you, Rob?
I do a lot of...
200.
I mean,
He said that
I'm
'cause he said
I'm
100.
at 200.
He's like, Price
I'm
is
at
Right.
201. I'm at 201.
Well, I want you both to know David Allen Greer has done 7,000 fucking clubs.
Yeah. Jesus,
None
where
of
is
them
he,
have
where is he at
names.
now?
Baltimore Comedy Club.
Yeah, that's
Is that
it.
a place?
Magoobies?
No, he.
What's
Don't
the other
ask him
one?
the
He
name. He
doesn't
gets
have a
all
name.
offended if you ask him the name.
What do you mean?
That's one of them. That was the first shot where he kind of big dicked me when I said, "Are you working the Comedy Factory?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm just going to Baltimore." And
Can
I
I
was
tell
like,
you,
"Come on."
he loved you, man. Seriously,
thought-
he's a very
No,
funny guy.
That's a dicky
I
thing.
think that was.
Yeah.
I think what he
I
thought.
mean, you're
but
an uncomfortable guy to get to know.
Yeah,
and
probably.
learning. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a little,
I've heard that.
Yeah, but
Something happened to you.
Yeah, especially the black guys. Black
Yeah.
guys, they're waiting for you to say something. or
Yeah.
Yeah.
complain.
Well, you're wearing a
You look
St.
like you
Louis.
might complain about something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone's gonna, that guy's lawyer just called me.
Honestly, right now you look like you're going to pull your reliever because the fucking hat is perfect.
Look at that, you're in India trying to get the next this picture.
Hey, did you guys see this fucking
Shitty
these two
movie
kids?
reference.
It hasn't come
worst.
out yet. They haven't got. Bro, when it comes out,
Hey,
everyone's
dude,
going to know it.
Listen, I'm swinging. That's what
Yeah,
I do. I
know.
swing, and sometimes
But the
I
movie,
miss.
you-
But
you-
no, could you make eye contact when I miss? Nobody looked away. Even little David licked his lips and went, "Now," and looked at Fezzi.
Now, here's the thing: that movie isn't out for 2 weeks, and
All
you
right.
reference it now.
Look at
you know?
some people might be into trailers.
That wasn't even a movie reference. It was just a trailer reference. You're right.
That I make trailer. I try to fucking think out of the box. All right, everybody knows movie references.
Yeah. Did you see these two guys in Baltimore that almost got fucking hit with the foul ball? Look it up.
Oh, the dude that didn't even flinch because he was not paying attention.
Not paying attention.
Have you seen this?
No.
Yeah, it's the most.
Oh man, it's mind blowing. It would have
yeah.
killed the guy.
Do you owe somebody money?
What?
Who's this guy pacing outside, looking in here, chewing gum angrily?
I have no idea
Okay.
that.
No,
It's
you got to get the video. Get the video if you can.
Get the video. Dude.
We don't want the
Shelby.
GIF. We don't want the
Shelby,
GIF.
Come on.
Because it's still gonna do.
Yeah.
Could you not be as calm as you are right now?
Yeah. Come
Get
on, move
the
like.
video.
See, this is how my show's produced.
people
Oh, here it goes. Make it big.
Let me see. Yeah, make it big. That's what my wife says.
Here.
This one foul
But
over the.
we got to get to the point where they show where the foul is.
Watch. It's insane.
To that pitch. That's how you fouled that thing off.
Now, where was this? Oh, this was in Tampa.
Boom. Guy in the white shirt. Guy in the white shirt.
Line drive right at their face, and he never looks up. And by the way, this is why no one wants the Rays to win a fucking title, because that's the guy sitting in the front row, not seeing a line drive coming at their face.
Or maybe it's the 700 empty seats around him.
Yeah. Well, they got other things to do.
Dude.
They got other things to do. Look at that.
How are you?
Come on.
That would have killed you.
Not to mention he flipped.
It's up on on the Interbank for people that want to go check it out.
Both guys didn't. The guy in the pink shirt didn't.
Well, they're
move either.
talking to each other. They're not paying attention to the baseball game that's happening.
Oh, there was a nice write-up on the Interbank about your podcast that everybody's raving about. Everybody loves.
Yeah, the podcast is coming along. It's a little crazy. You know, it's what I want it to be, though. You know, comic hang. I want it to be, just guys at a table at a club shooting the shit. Sometimes it's serious. Sometimes it's fucking brutal.
Right.
You know, but.
Would you ever have Tommy in because he's trying
Absolutely,
to make,
I'd have you in. Yeah, I'd love that. I love guys like this on the show too because, I have comics tend to, like I'm one of those assholes. But a guy like this is like a Nate Bergantz. He's just a sniper. He's just waiting. You know what I mean? He'll say something and then and just drop the fucking bomb. So yeah, I'd love to have you on.
Oh, I would love to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're around this week?
I am. Yeah.
Tuesday?
No.
Oh, there you go. This show
Say
business.
that, yeah, I'd say.
I'm not gonna lie. Joe
What about Friday?
List said Friday.
You remind me of Friday. Why don't you come Friday?
Well, he already said I was doing it. I didn't want to
Oh,
put
okay,
you in a
there
weird
you go.
position.
Oh, is that right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
You're
You're
Joe
already
List's
doing it?
friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Why didn't we invite you to the barbecue?
I just landed.
You got to go to the
I
barbecue.
just landed.
We had a you know what, dude, barbecue the other day.
How was it? Great?
It was great. It's always, I love comics. It's great. We have fun. We had a little cornhole, playing a little cornhole, that beanbag game. But then, it's always disappointing. We got to go. We got spots. There's a bunch of young guys who have like 7 spots on a fucking Tuesday. For $13, and they got to leave my
grilled chicken.
No chicken, hamburgers. What do you think I'm a fucking? What's
Burgers?
chicken? Burgers.
Did you go
steaks.
80-20?
I went steak. No, I did 90-20
That's not
110.
possible.
That's 110.
I did.
He does 110%.
I didn't know. I add fat. I had kielbasa to it. No, I had kielbasi, sausages, steak, and hamburgers.
Nice.
Yeah, and we had a good time.
I haven't had a good hamburger in a long time.
Dude, I make a
need
great
good
hamburger. A great. You know what the key to a good hamburger is?
What's that?
Add ice to the
What?
meat. Yeah, it just it keeps the inside moist when it melts.
Well, where's the ice go? You put it
It
on
melts.
top?
It goes. You put it in it. Put it in the
Inside.
thing, crushed ice inside of the meat, and then it melt. It keeps the inside moist.
I didn't even know about
I
this.
just made that up.
Okay.
I had no idea.
It adds a lot of flavor too.
I was going to go home and try it.
You can't. You live in an apartment. What are you going to do? Open a window?
Well, I'm at my summer home.
Oh, you have a summer home?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I just made the mistake of saying to someone local, I get a summer home.
Yeah.
Then we're all going to be down there together. Got any extra shorts?
That is a motherfucker. As soon as I moved out of the city, now everybody wants to come over. When are you doing the barbecue? It's
Yeah.
like, I'm doing it, but you're not coming.
I don't even have a patio anymore. We had a nice patio in LA. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a big thing you need.
Yeah.
We just moved to a new place. No patio, just me, the baby, and the gal trapped inside.
Are you living in an apartment building?
We live in a building.
with the outs. It's like kind of outside,
They
like
have
90210.
they have the yeah, it's very 90210. They have the community pool with a bunch of hot chicks.
So you're doing very well. Your wife does very well. You do very well.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
But I would rather live, if we're in LA, I'd rather live in a little house with a yard.
But I mean, if you weren't spending $16,000 for fucking preschools, imagine what you'd have right now.
And we got a nanny, $18 an hour. Can I say that?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
That's good money.
Yeah, I don't like LA's apartments because you keep that beautiful window you have in your living room. You have to keep shut. Because as you're watching TV, your neighbors just walk by it. So instinctually, you just keep looking.
Oh.
As they walk by, your head turns. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? It drove me
We live on
insane.
the 4th floor, so I got a real nice view of the hills. Nobody sees in us, and or people do see, but they're far enough away that they don't bother you. I lived real close to the last building. It was kind of New York close, where I'm looking right over my balcony down, and I lean over. I'm always looking in all these windows. I don't think I'm addicted to it, or what I can't think of, voyeur. I just would like to always see someone naked or someone get murdered.
Very New
Either
York.
one of those would be nice.
Yeah, it's not a voyeur.
So I'm looking in this window one day, in this bathroom next to me. It's so close. Woman comes in just in her panties and a tank top, and I was like, all right, I got to
Finally,
scoot
it's
back,
happening.
let her get undressed, then move in for the nice look. I step away, step back over. Just a 7-year-old naked boy staring out the window at me. Apparently, there's like a mom bathing a kid. Now I'm like in a real illegal moment.
You're
probably.
just jerking off.
Yeah, just jerking off,
be
seeing this
quiet.
kid. Yeah, I'd already started because I knew what's
How long
happening.
did it take you to finish?
As soon as I realized he was 7.
Yeah, wet your lips. Wet your lips. You know,
It's like being in the peep show when you're pushing the A, B, or C. All of a sudden, it's just a tranny, and you just come. I'm gay.
now the hills is where I love the hills, by the way. But the weird thing about LA is what is with the rounded doors? That's the one thing that they brought to architecture.
Maybe it's an earthquake thing.
It's just, you ever notice they have the rounded off
It's
doors?
Spanish style home. That's what they call
I don't know why-
Spanish style. Yeah,
It's in all the places.
But it seems like it's a more difficult thing to make, right?
That's Middle Earth. That's where hobbits originally
So
lived.
this is why we have
and
him here today.
they kept it.
Yeah.
They kept.
I know you got to go do another show, right?
I do. I got to do Tap Out Radio.
All right.
Which is
What's that?
I think
it's
it starts
MMA.
Are you a big MMA guy?
I am a huge MMA fan. Yeah, big MMA.
Am I the only one that still watches boxing? Is everybody on MMA now?
You know, Jerry Cooney was in here the other night. He does a show. Do you remember Jerry Cooney?
I do not.
You're very young.
I am.
He was the last great white hope.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was the guy that fought
We need
Larry
another
Holmes.
He lives in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
he's-
does a show out of here,
Yeah.
I think, Monday nights.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You were going to have a big fighting thing.
No, I wasn't. The John Bones Jones.
Yes.
Okay.
Is the he's the I've seen enough of this guy where I think I'm like maybe I got to watch MMA.
Well, MMA is great. It's I love it because you can tap out, you can quit. You know, like boxing.
They can also beat the shit out of you when you're on the ground.
Yeah, but boxing, you go until somebody knocks you out. You can't really quit, and there must be a points where guys like, I really wish I could just stop, and they have to keep going. And there's not really that many great like when I was coming up, it was, Tyson, there was Hagler, there was a lot of, in every weight class, there was an amazing, almost,
I agree. That was a phenomenal time.
Well, we got these two heavyweights now that won't fight each other because they told their mom.
Well, the Klitschko's won't.
But the middleweights of that time, the guys that Sugar Ray Leonard had to fight Hagler, Hearns,
Spanks,
unbelievable.
Holmes.
Yeah, but I don't care what anyone says. The Tyson fights I was out in Vegas for, the excitement level of being at that thing. There's nothing in sports that compares.
Yeah. Well, MMA,
nothing in life.
MMA is. I mean, I never went to one of those. Yeah. But I've been to live MMA UFC fights in Vegas with me and Norton have gone a couple times. It is the most exciting thing I've ever been to live as far as sports goes. Even the prelims are amazing because they're fighting for a job.
Right.
That's like, women fights are amazing because they're fighting to prove to everybody we don't fuck around. So it was amazing. I loved going to a live UFC event. Is crazy. Have you ever been?
No, I've never gotten
Next time
into
they go,
it.
you want to go?
I don't know because I don't know if I want a new sport at this point. You know what I mean? It's just,
Are you dying?
No, but there's so many sports I'm following already.
Just find
It's
out you
almost
have
too
something?
much. But I was at the night that Tyson bit off the ear, right?
Oh, yeah.
You were there?
Yeah. Leading up to that, in the minutes before, and all the celebrities are coming in, I actually thought to myself, I might throw up from excitement. I felt like a little child. I was so excited. I was like, is there any way to tear my skin off? And you can't get that kind of excitement because you're in the center of the universe. Like everyone in the planet cares about this fight.
That's true.
And everything now seems like it's getting smaller and smaller and slower.
No.
And they're letting women do it.
We got to break.
Guys, thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
This week, Poughkeepsie. Thanks so much, Betty.
Tommy, I'm going to let you go,
Great,
too.
see
You
you.
were fantastic today.
Oh, thanks for having me on, guys.
You were the
Fezzy.
best, and David Allen Greer loves you. Robert Kelly, Fezzy, do the nice plugs the way you do.
Robert Kelly at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, New York. That's on Saturday. Voss and Bonnie's My Wife Hates Me live podcast. You got to go out and see this. Special guest Jim Norton at the Village Underground in New York City on May 20th. And you can hear him in a few minutes on Sports Zone Channel 92 on Sirius XM on Tap Out Radio. Tommy Johnagin tonight through Sunday at Levity Live in West Nyack. And be watching for his Comedy Central's half-hour special. That's coming up Friday, June 13th on Comedy Central.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog. Sirius XM Comedy Hits. Channel 99. Listen to Ron and Fez whenever you want. Go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand.